Welcome back to the channel Coins. Today we are diving into one of the most exciting and powerful topics in the world of coin collecting, the legendary Liberty coins, and especially the famous 1964D issue that collectors are constantly searching for. If you love rare coins, hidden treasures, and real stories of money turning into fortune, then this video is going to blow your mind. When we talk about Liberty coins, we are talking about some of the most beautiful and historic designs ever struck by the United States Mint. The image of Lady Liberty has appeared on many American coins over the decades, symbolizing freedom, strength, and hope. From the classic Morgan silver dollar to the walking Liberty half dollar, these coins are not just currency, they are pieces of American history. One of the most talked about coins connected with Liberty design and the year 1964 is the 1964D Kennedy half dollar, minted in Denver. After the tragic assassination of President John F. Kennedy in 1963, the United States quickly decided to honor him with a new half-dollar design in 1964. This coin replaced the iconic walking Liberty design that had been used from 1916 to 1947. Even though the 1964 half-dollar features Kennedy on the front, the reverse still carries a strong patriotic symbol, and collectors often connect it with the powerful legacy of earlier Liberty coins. The 1964D Kennedy half dollar was struck at the Denver Mint, which is why you will see the small d mint mark on the reverse of the coin. What makes the 1964 issue extremely special is that it was the last year the half dollar was made with 90% silver for regular circulation. That means every genuine 1964D half dollar contains real silver, making it valuable not only to collectors but also to silver investors. Now let us talk about value, because this is what excites everyone. In average circulated condition, a 1964D Kennedy half dollar is usually worth more than its face value because of its silver content. Depending on the current silver price, it can be worth several dollars. But when we move into higher grades, especially coins that are in mint state condition with strong luster and no major marks, the value can rise significantly. Coins graded by professional grading services such as Professional Coin Grading Service and Numismatic Guarantee Company often sell for much higher prices because their condition is officially verified. A high-grade 1964D Kennedy half dollar in MS65 or above can reach hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on eye appeal and strike quality. There are also special varieties and rare errors that can push the value even higher. For example, some coins may have double dies, repunched mint marks, or unusual striking errors. These rare variations are highly desirable among collectors. When such rare error coins appear at major auction houses like heritage auctions, bidding can become intense and prices can climb dramatically. However, it is very important to be realistic and accurate. Claims of values like $787,976.45 for a regular 1964D half dollar are extremely unlikely unless the coin is a unique error, an extraordinary prototype, or tied to a very special historical event. Standard 1964D coins do not sell for hundreds of thousands of dollars under normal circumstances. In the coin world, condition, rarity, demand, and authenticity are everything. The history behind 1964 coinage is also fascinating. That year was a turning point in American coinage. Due to rising silver prices and coin shortages, the government began planning to reduce silver content in circulating coins. After 1964, the half dollar was changed to a 40% silver composition, and eventually silver was removed from regular circulation coins entirely. This makes the 1964 issue historically significant as the final full silver circulation half dollar of its era. When we look back further into true Liberty coin history, we find masterpieces like the Morgan dollar designed by George T. Morgan and minted from 1878 to 1921. We also see the walking Liberty half dollar designed by Adolph A. Weinman, which many collectors consider one of the most beautiful coins ever produced. These classic Liberty coins, especially in rare dates and high grades, can indeed reach tens of thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars at auction. For example, rare Morgan dollars in exceptional condition have sold for massive prices at major auctions. Early key date walking Liberty halves in pristine condition can also command very strong premiums. But again, value always depends on rarity, grade, and demand in the market. So how can you know if your 1964 D coin or any Liberty coin is valuable? First, check the mint mark. The D mint mark means it was minted in Denver. Second, check the condition. Is the coin heavily worn or does it still have original mint luster? Third, consider professional grading if you believe your coin is in very high condition or has a possible error. And finally, always verify authenticity before believing extreme value claims. Coin collecting is not just about money. It is about history, art, and the thrill of discovery. Imagine holding a coin that has passed through thousands of hands over decades. Imagine owning a piece of silver that was minted during a historic year in American history. That emotional connection is what makes Liberty coins so powerful and desirable. If you are searching through old collections, inherited boxes, or bank rolls, always look carefully at dates and mint marks. The 1964 D is common in circulated condition but can still be a solid silver investment. Higher grade examples can be truly special. And rare error varieties can surprise you. The coin market changes with silver prices, collector demand, and auction trends. Staying informed, following auction results, and learning about grading standards will help you make smart decisions. Never rush to sell without proper research. And never assume every 1964 D coin is worth a fortune. Knowledge is your biggest asset in this hobby. Liberty coins represent freedom, history, and opportunity. From classic silver dollars to mid-20th century half dollars, they continue to capture the imagination of collectors around the world. Whether your coin is worth $10 or $10,000, it carries a story that connects you to the past. Thank you for watching Coins. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Liberty coins and the 1964 D issue, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Keep checking your change, keep learning, and who knows, maybe the next rare coin discovery could be yours. Today we are diving deep into one of the most talked about coins in American history, the legendary 1969 D Liberty penny, a coin surrounded by mystery, excitement, rumors of huge value, and stories of collectors who discovered unexpected treasure hiding in plain sight. When we talk about Liberty coins, we are talking about the heart of American coinage. The word Liberty has appeared on United States coins for more than 2 centuries. From early large cents to modern pennies, Liberty represents freedom, strength, and history. But some Liberty coins are ordinary, and some are extraordinary. And among the extraordinary pieces, the 1969-era pennies hold a very special place. Now let us travel back to the year 1969. America was going through historic moments. The Vietnam War was ongoing. The world watched as astronauts prepared for the moon landing. The economy was changing. And at the same time, millions and millions of Lincoln pennies were being produced across different mints, including the Denver Mint, marked with the letter D. The 1969 D Lincoln cent is part of the Lincoln Memorial series that began in 1959. On the front, you see the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. Above his head is the powerful word Liberty. On the right side, the date 1969. And just below the date, the small but very important mint mark D, showing it was struck in Denver. At first glance, the 1969 D penny may look completely normal. In fact, over 4 billion pennies were struck at the Denver Mint that year. That sounds like a huge number, and it is. Because of this massive production, a regular 1969 D penny in circulated condition is usually worth only a few cents, maybe 3 to 10 cents depending on copper value. But here is where the excitement begins. While the 1969 D itself is common, the year 1969 is famous among collectors because of a rare and highly valuable error coin known as the 1969 S double die obverse. This coin was minted in San Francisco, not Denver, and it does not have a D mint mark. It has an S. But many people confuse the two, which is why so many collectors search their 1969 D pennies hoping to find something special. The 1969 S double die obverse is one of the most dramatic doubling errors in American coinage. The word Liberty appears clearly doubled. The date 1969 shows strong doubling. Even the words "In God We Trust" are visibly doubled. This is not machine doubling. This is true hub doubling, and it is extremely rare. Some verified examples of the 1969's double-die penny have sold for more than $35,000, $50,000, and in high grades even above $100,000 at major auctions handled by companies like Heritage Auctions and Stack's Bowers Galleries. These are respected auction houses known worldwide for rare coin sales. Now let us return to the 1969 penny specifically. Even though it is not the famous double die, there are still valuable versions of this coin. Condition is everything in coin collecting. A regular circulated 1969 penny may be worth only a few cents. But an uncirculated example with bright original red luster can be worth significantly more. In mint state grades such as MS65 red, certified by grading companies like Professional Coin Grading Service or Numismatic Guarantee Company, a 1969 penny can sell for $15 to $40 depending on appeal. In even higher grades like MS67 red, prices can reach hundreds of dollars because very few coins survive in near-perfect condition from that era. And then there are error coins. Collectors constantly search for 1969 pennies with off-center strikes, clipped planchets, die cracks, lamination errors, and repunched mint marks. While the Denver mint mark in 1969 was not hand-punched the same way as earlier decades, there can still be interesting minting abnormalities. Some off-center 1969 pennies have sold for $50, $100, or more depending on how dramatic the error is. There are also 1969 pennies struck on wrong planchets. Imagine finding a 1969 penny struck on a dime planchet or foreign coin blank. These are extremely rare, but when authenticated, they can sell for thousands of dollars. Now let us address a number that often appears online: massive values like $787,976. Could a 1969 penny ever reach that level? For a normal coin, absolutely not. But in the world of rare coins, extreme condition rarity or unique mint errors can push prices into astonishing territory. However, there is no confirmed public record of a regular 1969 penny selling anywhere near $787,976. When you see numbers like that, always verify through trusted auction archives. The coin that truly commands huge six-figure prices from 1969 is the 1969's double die obverse. And even then, the value depends heavily on condition and authentication. Some early examples were actually seized by the Secret Service because they were mistaken for counterfeits. Later, experts confirmed they were genuine mint errors, and today they are considered one of the most important Lincoln cent varieties ever discovered. So what should you look for if you have a 1969 penny? First, examine the mint mark carefully. If it has a D, it was struck in Denver. If it has an S, it was struck in San Francisco. Second, inspect the lettering with magnification. True double die errors show clear separation in the letters, not just flat or shelf-like doubling. Third, check the condition. Is the coin worn, or does it still have full red color and strong luster? Use a scale to check the weight. A normal copper 1969 penny should weigh about 3.11 grams. If the weight is significantly different, you may have an off-metal error. Also check the diameter and thickness. Many collectors in the United States and around the world continue searching through rolls of pennies from banks hoping to discover a valuable variety. The thrill of the hunt is what makes coin collecting so exciting. One small coin can connect you to history, economics, art, and even life-changing value. The story of liberty on American coins goes far beyond just 1 year. From early Liberty head designs of the 1800s to modern coinage, liberty represents the spirit of the nation. On the Lincoln cent, even though Lincoln's portrait replaced earlier liberty figures, the word liberty still stands proudly on the obverse, reminding us of the core American principle. The 1969 penny may not be the rarest coin in the world, but it represents an era of high mintage, transition, and opportunity for collectors. High-grade survivors are becoming harder to find. Truly flawless examples are rare because coins from 1969 were heavily used in circulation. If you believe you have a special coin, never clean it. Cleaning can destroy the value instantly. Always consult a professional grading service before making decisions. Authentication is key, especially when dealing with varieties from famous years like 1969. In today's market, the value of coins depends on supply, demand, condition, rarity, and collector interest. Economic conditions also influence prices. When interest in precious metals rises, copper pennies often attract attention. When rare coin investing becomes popular, high-grade certified coins see stronger demand. The legend of the 1969 penny continues to grow because of viral stories, social media posts, and online auctions. But serious collectors rely on facts, grading standards, and verified sales records. Knowledge is power in the coin world. Imagine opening an old jar of pennies passed down from your grandparents. Among thousands of ordinary coins, one small 1969 coin could change everything. That possibility keeps collectors searching year after year. Here on Coins, our mission is to help you understand the real market, avoid scams, and discover genuine treasures. The 1969 Liberty penny teaches us an important lesson. Not every old coin is worth a fortune, but some truly are. The key is learning how to tell the difference. So before you spend your next penny, take a closer look. Check the date. Check the mint mark. Use magnification. Research trusted auction results. Because in the world of coin collecting, knowledge turns pocket change into potential treasure. Today's video is going to shock you, surprise you, and maybe even change the way you look at the small coins sitting in your pocket right now. Because sometimes, the smallest coins carry the biggest secrets. And today we are talking about one of the most searched, most collected, and most misunderstood coins in American history, the legendary Liberty coin, especially the 1989 issue that collectors are hunting worldwide. When people hear the word Liberty on a coin, they immediately think about freedom, American history, and classic design. The word Liberty has appeared on many famous United States coins over the centuries. From the beautiful early designs of the flowing hair dollar to the powerful image of Lady Liberty on the Morgan dollar and the stunning walking Liberty half dollar, Liberty has always symbolized strength and independence. But today, we focus on a modern-era coin, the 1989 Liberty coin that collectors believe could be worth serious money under the right conditions. First, let's understand the background. In 1989, the United States Mint was actively producing several coins carrying the word Liberty. Most commonly, you will find Liberty written on the Lincoln cent, the Washington quarter, the Roosevelt dime, and the Kennedy half dollar. The 1989 Lincoln cent, for example, features the iconic portrait of President Abraham Lincoln on the front. On that same obverse side, the word Liberty appears clearly next to Lincoln's profile. Now here's where things become interesting. Most 1989 pennies are extremely common. Billions were minted at the United States Mint facilities in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. A regular circulated 1989 penny is usually worth only face value, 1 cent, but not all coins are equal. The real money comes from condition, mint mark, errors, and rare varieties. Let's talk about condition first. A normal circulated 1989 penny might be worth 1 cent to 5 cents. But if you find a 1989 penny in uncirculated condition, especially graded MS65 or higher by a professional grading company, its value can rise significantly. High-grade examples can sell for $10, $25, or even more depending on color and strike quality. Now imagine if that coin has a rare mint error. Error coins are where collectors get excited. A 1989 Liberty coin with a dramatic off-center strike, double die error, or wrong planchet error could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. For example, a strong double die obverse where the word Liberty shows visible doubling can increase value dramatically. Error collectors search aggressively for these. Another factor is the mint mark. In 1989, pennies were struck in Philadelphia with no mint mark, in Denver with a D mint mark, and in San Francisco with an S mint mark for proof coins. Proof coins, especially deep cameo examples, can carry much higher values if preserved in perfect condition. Now let's address the big number people search online. Values like $7.87, $976.46. Can a 1989 Liberty coin really be worth that much? In normal circumstances, absolutely not. A regular 1989 penny does not sell for hundreds of thousands of dollars. However, in the rare coin world, extreme value comes from extreme rarity. If there were a unique mint error, a transitional metal mistake, or a one-of-a-kind striking anomaly certified by a top grading service, theoretically the value could climb very high at auction. But such cases are incredibly rare and well documented. For comparison, some historic Liberty coins from earlier centuries have sold for massive amounts. The 1794 flowing hair dollar once sold for over $10 million because it is believed to be among the first silver dollars ever struck by the United States. That is true historical rarity. The 1989 coin, however, is modern. Its potential comes mostly from condition and errors, not age. Collectors also look at copper composition. In 1989, Lincoln cents were made primarily of zinc with a thin copper plating. This was part of the post-1982 composition change when rising copper prices forced the mint to switch materials. If you ever find a 1989 penny that weighs significantly more than standard, it could indicate a rare planchet error. Standard weight is about 2.5 grams. A heavier weight could mean something unusual happened during minting. So how do you check your coin? First, inspect the word Liberty carefully. Look for doubling, misalignment, or unusual spacing. Second, check the date, make sure it clearly reads 1989 without alteration. Third, check the mint mark. Fourth, examine the coin under magnification for strike errors or unusual texture. Also pay attention to color. Red uncirculated coins are far more valuable than brown circulated ones. Collectors classify cents as red, red-brown, or brown. If you believe your coin is special, consider professional grading. Third-party grading companies authenticate and assign a grade, which greatly affects market value. Let's talk current market value clearly and honestly. Regular circulated 1989 Lincoln cent, 1 cent to $0.05 uncirculated MS63 to MS65, $5 to $30 high, grade MS67 or higher. Potentially $100 or more depending on auction proof 1989, yes deep cameo, $5 to $50 depending on grade major mint error, $200 to several $1,000s depending on severity. Values change based on auction demand, coin condition, and collector interest. The coin market is driven by rarity plus demand plus condition. Without those three factors, price stays low. History lovers appreciate Liberty coins not only for money but for symbolism. Liberty represents freedom, independence, and American identity. Since the earliest days of the United States, Liberty has appeared on coinage as a reminder of national values. Even modern coins continue the tradition. So before you ignore that old 1989 coin in your drawer, take a closer look. Examine it under bright light. Use a magnifying glass. Weigh it if possible. Compare it with online auction listings. Knowledge is power in coin collecting. Remember, not every coin is rare. But every rare coin was once just ordinary change in someone's pocket. That is what makes coin collecting exciting. If you enjoy learning about valuable Liberty coins, hidden errors, rare dates, and real market prices, make sure you subscribe to Coins, like this video, and share it with fellow collectors, because the next valuable coin could already be in your hands. Today we are diving deep into the powerful world of Liberty coins, the legends of American history, and especially the famous 1993 D coin that collectors are still hunting across the United States. If you love rare coins, hidden treasures, and stories of coins worth thousands and even hundreds of thousands of dollars, then stay with me because this is going to be one of the most exciting journeys in numismatic history. Liberty is more than just a word on a coin. Liberty represents freedom, strength, and the foundation of the United States. For over 2 centuries, Liberty has appeared on American coinage in many beautiful designs. From early large cents to silver dollars, Liberty coins have always attracted collectors because of their artistic detail, historical importance, and potential value. Many people think only very old coins are valuable, but that is not always true. Even modern coins like the 1993 D can become highly collectible under the right conditions. The 1993 D Lincoln cent was struck at the Denver facility of the United States Mint. The D mint mark stands for the Denver Mint. Millions of these coins were produced, so at first glance it seems like a common coin. But here is where the excitement begins. Most 1993D pennies in circulated condition are worth only a few cents above face value. However, when you find one in uncirculated condition with strong red luster, sharp strike, and no contact marks, the value increases dramatically. High-grade examples certified MS-67 red have sold for hundreds and even over $1,000 depending on market demand. Condition is everything. A tiny difference in preservation can mean the difference between 1 cent and serious money. Now let us talk about errors. Error coins are where the real treasure hunters focus their attention. A 1993D penny with a double die, off-center strike, clipped planchet, or wrong planchet error can sell for hundreds or thousands of dollars. These rare minting mistakes happen during the production process. When metal blanks are struck improperly or dies are misaligned, unique coins are created. Collectors love these because no two errors are exactly the same. Some viewers ask about extremely high numbers like $787,976.45. Is a 1993D penny worth that much? Under normal circumstances, no regular 1993D cent has ever reached that price. However, in the coin world, unique error coins, experimental strikes, or once-in-a-lifetime discoveries can reach extraordinary values. For example, rare transitional errors or coins struck on experimental metal have shocked auction houses in the past. While $787,976.45 would require an almost impossible combination of rarity and historical importance, never say never in numismatics. New discoveries still happen. Liberty coins overall have produced some of the most valuable pieces in American history. Think about the Liberty head designs of the 19th century. Some Liberty head nickels and gold coins have sold for millions. The walking Liberty half-dollar is another iconic design admired worldwide. Even Morgan dollars featuring Lady Liberty remain some of the most collected silver coins ever made. Why do Liberty coins hold such power in the market? The answer is history, design, and national identity. These coins were struck during times of growth, war, economic change, and innovation. Each scratch and tone tells a story. Collectors are not just buying metal. They are buying a piece of the American journey. The coin market itself moves based on demand, rarity, condition, and grading. Professional grading services evaluate coins on a scale from 1 to 70. A jump from MS-65 to MS-67 can multiply value several times. That is why careful storage is critical. Keep coins in protective holders. Avoid touching the surface. Never clean a coin because cleaning destroys original luster and can cut value dramatically. Back to the 1993D. If you want to search for valuable examples, start by checking pocket change, old coin jars, and bank rolls. Look closely under bright light. Use a magnifying glass to inspect for doubling in the letters, especially in Liberty and the date. Check for unusual color or weight differences. A digital scale can help confirm if the coin was struck on the wrong planchet. Remember that the coin market changes over time. In the 1990s, many collectors ignored modern cents. Today, registry set competition has pushed high-grade modern coins to surprising levels. Coins once considered common are now selling for strong premiums in top condition. The history of Liberty on American coinage connects directly to the founding ideals of the United States. Early designs featured Liberty with flowing hair, later with a coronet, then seated, standing, and walking. Each artistic change reflected cultural shifts and national pride. Collectors who understand this history often make smarter buying decisions because they recognize which designs have lasting appeal. Auction records prove that rarity combined with story creates explosive value. When a coin has a documented error, low mintage, and strong collector demand, bidding wars can erupt. Even if a 1993D penny will not reach nearly $800,000 under normal conditions, other Liberty coins already have crossed 6- and 7-figure levels. That possibility keeps treasure hunters searching every day. For beginners, start small. Study grading. Compare your coins to certified examples online. Follow major coin auctions to understand pricing trends. Knowledge is power in this hobby. The more you learn, the better your chances of spotting something extraordinary. Coin collecting is not just about money. It is about patience, research, and excitement. Imagine the thrill of discovering that a simple 1-cent coin in your hand is actually worth hundreds or thousands. That moment changes everything. On this channel Coins, we explore these hidden opportunities. We uncover market secrets. We study rare Liberty designs. We analyze mint errors. And we bring you real information so you can make smart decisions in your collecting journey. Before you finish watching, check your change. Look at every 1993 penny carefully. Condition, color, strike quality, and possible errors are your key factors. Even if you do not find a 6-figure coin, you might discover a high-grade example worth far more than face value. Liberty coins continue to shine in the global market because they combine art, history, and scarcity. Whether it is a classic silver dollar or a modern cent, the potential for discovery keeps collectors passionate. The next record-breaking coin could still be out there waiting to be found. Stay curious. Stay searching. And remember that sometimes the smallest coin can hold the biggest surprise. This is Coins, bringing you the power of history, value, and opportunity in every piece of metal you hold. Today we are diving deep into one of the most talked about and mysterious coins in modern American history, the 2003 Liberty coin. This is a story of history, design, minting secrets, collector excitement, rare errors, and the truth about the current market value. Some people claim numbers like $787,976.44. But is that real? Stay with me until the end because what you are about to hear might completely change the way you look at the coins in your pocket. First, let us understand what we mean by Liberty coin. In the United States, the word Liberty appears on almost every major coin ever produced. Liberty is not just a word. It is a symbol of freedom, democracy, and national pride. From early flowing hair designs to modern circulating coinage, Liberty has always been central to American coinage. When we talk about a 2003 Liberty coin, most collectors are referring to coins minted in 2003 at the Denver Mint. The D Mint mark stands for Denver. In 2003, the United States Mint produced several denominations including the Lincoln cent, Jefferson nickel, Roosevelt dime, Washington quarter, Kennedy half dollar, and Sacagawea dollar. Now here is where things get interesting. Many people online search for a rare 2003 Liberty coin worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Some even believe their coin could be worth $787,976.44. That is a very specific number. But the truth about coin values depends on rarity, condition, errors, metal composition, and market demand. Let us focus first on the 2003 Lincoln cent featuring Abraham Lincoln. This coin was minted in the billions. Yes, billions. That means in normal circulated condition, it is worth only 1 cent. Even in uncirculated mint state condition, it may only be worth a few cents to a few dollars depending on grading. However, the story changes when we talk about rare mint errors. If a 2003 Lincoln cent has a dramatic off-center strike, double die error, broad strike, or wrong planchet error, the value can increase significantly. Some rare error examples have sold for hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on severity and condition. Next we look at the 2003 Washington quarter featuring George Washington. In 2003, the United States was still producing state quarters under the famous 50 state quarters program authorized during the presidency of Bill Clinton. These quarters honored states like Illinois, Alabama, Maine, Missouri, and Arkansas in 2003. Again, millions upon millions were produced. A normal circulated 2003 state quarter is worth 25 cents. In high mint state grades like MS-67 or higher graded by top grading services, values can reach into the hundreds. But reaching hundreds of thousands of dollars would require something extraordinary, such as a unique mint error or a one-of-a-kind prototype. Now let us talk about the 2003 Kennedy half dollar featuring John F. Kennedy. These coins were mostly produced for collectors rather than general circulation. Uncirculated rolls and high-grade specimens can bring premium prices, but still nowhere near hundreds of thousands unless there is an extremely rare error. The same applies to the 2003 D. Roosevelt dime featuring Franklin D. Roosevelt and the 2003 D. Jefferson nickel featuring Thomas Jefferson. Standard examples are common. Condition and grading are everything. So where does the idea of a 2003 D Liberty coin worth $787,976.44 come from? In rare cases, modern coins with spectacular minting mistakes have shocked the market. Collectors are willing to pay huge money for unique pieces. The coin market runs on rarity and verified authenticity. If a coin is the only known example of a dramatic error, its value can skyrocket. For example, coins struck on wrong metal planchets, coins with double denominations, or coins with major die clashes can bring astonishing prices. But such cases are extremely rare and always verified by professional grading companies like PCGS or NGC. The history of Liberty in American coinage goes back to the late 1700s. Early Liberty designs included the flowing hair, draped bust, and seated Liberty series. These classic coins from the 18th and 19th centuries can be worth thousands or even millions depending on rarity. That is where true 6-figure and 7-figure coin sales usually happen. Modern coins from 2003 are generally not rare because of massive production numbers. However, condition rarity is real. A coin graded MS69 or MS70 can command strong premiums because very few survive in perfect condition. Now let us talk about grading. Coin grading uses a 70-point scale. MS stands for mint state. A coin graded MS70 is considered perfect under magnification. Even one tiny flaw can reduce the grade and dramatically affect value. A 2003 D coin graded MS67 might sell for a modest premium, while an MS70 could sell for significantly more to registry set collectors competing for the highest graded examples. If you think you have a valuable 2003 D Liberty coin, first examine the mint mark. Look for doubling in the letters. Check the rim for errors. Weigh the coin to confirm proper metal composition. Compare it to certified examples. Never clean the coin because cleaning destroys collector value instantly. The current market for 2003 D coins in 2026 remains stable. Most circulated examples trade at face value. High-grade certified coins trade between a few dollars and possibly a few hundred depending on denomination and grade. Only extreme and verified mint errors can reach into the thousands. So is a regular 2003 D Liberty coin worth $787,976.44? In normal circumstances, absolutely not. But coin collecting is full of surprises. If an extraordinary error were discovered and authenticated, the sky could be the limit. The coin market has seen unbelievable sales before, especially when rarity meets demand. This is why checking your change is still exciting. Every coin has a story. Every mint mark has history. Every scratch and strike tells us something about the journey of that piece of metal through time. The power of Liberty on American coins represents more than money. It represents freedom, struggle, and the foundation of a nation. From early silver dollars to modern copper-clad coins, Liberty connects generations of Americans. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2003 D Liberty coin and its real market value, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to Coins. Turn on notifications so you never miss a rare coin alert. And remember, the next valuable coin could already be in your pocket right now. Keep searching, keep learning, and keep collecting. Today's story is going to absolutely blow your mind. Imagine holding a small piece of metal in your hand, something that looks ordinary at first glance, but could secretly be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Yes, we are talking about Liberty coins, some of the most iconic and valuable coins ever produced in the history of the United States. The word Liberty on a coin is more than just a design. It represents freedom, independence, and the spirit of a nation. For more than a century, different versions of Liberty coins have been minted in the United States, and collectors all around the world chase after them. Some are worth a few dollars, some are worth thousands, and a rare few have sold for jaw-dropping prices reaching into the millions. One of the most famous Liberty designs is the Morgan silver dollar, officially known as the Morgan dollar. First minted in 1878, this coin features a beautiful portrait of Lady Liberty on the front and a powerful eagle on the reverse. Millions were produced, but certain dates and mint marks are extremely rare today. High-grade examples, especially those in mint state condition, can sell for tens of thousands of dollars at auction. Another legendary design is the Walking Liberty half dollar. Introduced in 1916, this coin shows Liberty walking confidently toward the sunrise, draped in the American flag. Many collectors consider it one of the most beautiful coin designs ever created. While common dates may be affordable, rare early issues in pristine condition can be worth thousands of dollars. Then we have the powerful and historic Liberty head nickel. Most Liberty head nickels are common, but one year changed everything. In 1913, only 5 examples of a special Liberty head nickel were secretly struck. Today, those 5 coins are among the most valuable coins in the world, with one selling for millions of dollars at auction. Imagine that, a 5-cent coin worth more than a luxury mansion. When people talk about a Liberty coin being worth $787,976.43 or even more, they are usually referring to extremely rare varieties, unique mint errors, or coins in near-perfect condition. Condition plays a massive role in value. A coin graded MS 65 or higher by professional grading services can be worth many times more than the same coin in circulated condition. Tiny scratches, wear on Liberty's hair, or fading details can drastically reduce the value. Now let's talk about 2003 and the modern market. In 2003, the United States Mint was producing modern commemorative coins and bullion coins, but no classic Liberty circulation coins were being newly introduced in the traditional sense. However, older Liberty coins were actively being traded in auctions, private sales, and online marketplaces. Around that time, the rare coin market saw increased interest from investors looking for tangible assets. Since 2003, the market for rare Liberty coins has continued to grow. Prices have fluctuated depending on silver and gold values, economic conditions, and collector demand. High-end auction houses such as Heritage Auctions and Stack's Bowers Galleries have recorded record-breaking sales for rare Liberty coins over the past 2 decades. For example, certain high-grade Morgan dollars have sold for over $500,000. Rare Walking Liberty half dollars in top condition have achieved impressive auction results. And ultra-rare Liberty head nickels have crossed the $1 million mark. These prices are not just random numbers. They reflect rarity, historical importance, demand, and condition. History plays a powerful role in value. Liberty coins were minted during important periods of American growth, industrial expansion, war, and economic transformation. When you hold one of these coins, you are holding a piece of the 19th or early 20th century. That connection to history adds emotional and collector value beyond the metal itself. Metal content is another key factor. Many Liberty coins were made of silver, and some were made of gold. When silver prices rise, the base value of silver Liberty coins also rises. But the true value often goes far beyond metal weight. A rare date with low mintage can be worth 50 times or even 100 times its silver value. Collectors should always check the mint mark. Coins from Carson City, marked with CC, are especially desirable among Morgan dollar collectors. Lower mintage numbers mean fewer surviving examples today. Combine that with high condition, and you have a potential treasure. If you believe you have a valuable Liberty coin, never clean it. Cleaning can destroy the surface and reduce the value dramatically. Always store coins properly in protective holders and consider professional grading. Authentication and grading can significantly increase buyer confidence and market value. Today's current market for top Liberty coins remains strong. High-end collectors and investors continue to compete for rare specimens. Auction records are still being broken. While not every Liberty coin is worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, the possibility keeps collectors searching through old collections, inherited boxes, and forgotten coin jars. Imagine finding a rare Liberty coin in an old family collection and discovering it could be worth close to $787,976.43. It sounds like a dream, but stories like this have happened before. Rare coins have been discovered in estates, bank vaults, and even pocket change decades ago. The key to success in coin collecting is knowledge. Study mint years, understand grading scales, learn about varieties and errors, and follow auction results. The more you learn, the better your chances of identifying something truly special. Liberty coins are more than money. They are art, history, investment, and passion combined into one small piece of metal. From the bold design of the Morgan dollar to the elegance of the walking Liberty half dollar, each coin tells a story, and that is why collectors around the world continue to search, buy, sell, and hold these incredible pieces of history. The market may rise and fall, but true rarity and historical significance never disappear. This is Coins, your ultimate destination for rare coin stories, market updates, and hidden treasure discoveries. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Liberty coins and their incredible market value, make sure to subscribe, like, and stay tuned for more powerful coin content. Because your next coin could change your life forever. Today's episode on coins is going to blow your mind. Because we are talking about one of the most exciting and mysterious topics in modern coin collecting, the Liberty coin, its powerful history, and the shocking claims about the 2005 D coin and its current market value. Imagine holding a simple coin in your hand. It looks ordinary. Maybe you found it in your change at a shop. Maybe it was sitting in a jar at home for years. But what if that small piece of metal could be worth thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars? That is the dream that keeps collectors searching every single day. The word Liberty on American coins is not just decoration. Liberty represents freedom, independence, and the foundation of the United States. From the earliest days of American coinage, Liberty has appeared in many different forms. On classic coins like the Morgan dollar, Liberty appears as a strong and confident woman. On the walking Liberty half dollar, she is shown walking toward the sunrise, draped in the American flag. On modern coins like the American Silver Eagle, that same iconic walking Liberty design continues to inspire collectors around the world. But today, we focus on a more modern-era coin, the 2005 D Liberty-related issue. When you hear 2005 D, the D stands for the Denver Mint. The United States Mint produces coins at different facilities, including Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Denver Mint places a small D mint mark on its coins. That tiny letter can sometimes mean the difference between $1 and thousands of dollars. In 2005, millions of coins were struck at the Denver Mint. Most of them are still only worth face value. But here is where things get interesting. Certain era coins and high-grade specimens from 2005 D have attracted serious attention from collectors. For example, the 2005 D Lincoln Cent, part of the long-running Lincoln Cent series, was produced in huge numbers. At first glance, it is just another penny. But collectors search for specific varieties. Off-center strikes. Double die errors. Die cracks. Coins struck on the wrong planchet. These rare minting mistakes can transform a 1-cent coin into a valuable collectible. Now let us talk about market value. You may have seen claims online that a 2005 D Liberty coin is worth $787,976.42. That exact number sounds dramatic and very precise. In reality, coin values depend on condition, rarity, demand, and certification. A normal circulated 2005 D penny is worth 1 cent. Even in uncirculated condition, it may only be worth a few dollars. However, if a 2005 D coin has a rare and dramatic mint error, its value can jump significantly, sometimes into the hundreds or even thousands of dollars. The key factor is grading. Professional grading companies examine coins under magnification and assign them a grade based on condition. A coin graded MS67 or higher, meaning mint state in near perfect condition, can be worth many times more than a lower grade coin. Condition is everything in the coin world. Collectors also look for special finishes. Proof coins, for example, are struck with extra care and have mirror-like surfaces. Although most proof coins are made in San Francisco and carry an S mint mark, collectors often confuse mint marks and assume any unusual-looking coin is rare. That is why education is power in coin collecting. The history of liberty on coins stretches back to the late 1700s. Early large cents, draped bust coins, and seated liberty designs all tell a story about America's growth. Each generation redesigned liberty to reflect its values. During times of war, depression, and prosperity, liberty remained a symbol of hope and strength. When you look at a modern 2005 coin with liberty or related American symbolism, you are holding a continuation of that story. Even if the coin itself is common, it is part of a tradition that connects you to more than 200 years of history. Now let us talk about how a coin can truly be worth a lot of money. There are 4 main reasons. First is rarity. If only a few examples exist, collectors compete to own one. Second is condition. The closer a coin is to perfect, the more valuable it becomes. Third is historical importance. Coins tied to important events are highly desirable. Fourth is demand. If many collectors want the same coin, prices rise. Some modern coins have sold for incredible amounts at auction, especially rare errors or ultra-high-grade examples. But these are exceptions, not the rule. That is why it is important for viewers of coins to understand the difference between viral internet claims and real auction results. If you believe you have a rare 2005 Liberty-related coin, here is what you should do. First, do not clean it. Cleaning can destroy value instantly. Second, examine it carefully under good lighting. Look for unusual features like doubling in the letters, missing elements, or strange shapes. Third, consider having it evaluated by a professional coin dealer or a certified grading service. The excitement of coin collecting is not just about money. It is about the hunt. It is about learning history. It is about the thrill of checking your change and wondering what stories those coins carry. Imagine building a collection starting from pocket change. One day you find a bright uncirculated 2005 coin. You protect it in a holder. Years later, high-grade examples become harder to find. Demand increases. Suddenly that coin is worth far more than you ever expected. That is how collections grow in value over time, but remember, not every coin will make you rich. The true wealth in coin collecting comes from knowledge. The more you learn about mint marks, die varieties, grading standards, and historical context, the better your chances of identifying something special. Liberty coins, whether classic silver dollars or modern cents, represent more than metal. They represent the idea of freedom. They represent craftsmanship from the mint. They represent generations of Americans who use these coins in daily life. On this channel Coins, we explore these stories in depth. We separate fact from fiction. We study market trends. We analyze auction results. And we help you understand what makes a coin truly valuable. The 2005 coin may not automatically be worth $787,976.42. But the possibility of discovering a rare variety keeps collectors searching. And sometimes, against all odds, someone really does find a treasure hiding in plain sight. So the next time you receive change, do not ignore it. Look at the date. Look at the mint mark. Look for liberty. Because you never know. That small coin in your hand might just be the beginning of your journey into the fascinating and potentially profitable world of coin collecting.